So we'll keep playing with all this. Yeah, great angle. It's got a nice shot of whatever's going with my face. Amazing. Hello, everybody. Okay, U.S. Women's National Team. So if you're new here, I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I go both directions with my eyes, so bear with me on that end. If you did not already see the starting lineup, Dickey in goal. Naomi Girma is back, and she's wearing the captain's armband, so that is exciting news. And she'll play with Emily Sonnet in the back. Lily Reel getting the start at left back, and then Emily Fox on the right. It would be nice for Foxy to get like a little break. Just a little break would be good. But apparently today is not that day. Then we're going with a double pivot with Sam Coffey and Claire Hutton in the midfield, Rose Lavelle at the 10, it looks like, Kat Macario at the 9, and then Alyssa Thompson and Olivia Moultrie out wide. Would it have been fun to see Lily Johannes? Yes, but I actually think that seeing Sam Coffey and Claire Hutton together is going to be really exciting. It should give good stability for what should be a very vibey, front four type situation. So, yeah, I don't really know what to expect with Italy. I have not looked at their lineup. They're going to be seeing a change in some ways. They've got some of their older guard coming out, so I don't know exactly what to expect here, but let's find out together. And thank you for the hearts and people getting the gifter badge. That's exciting. So, yeah, I did not really get to watch any of the European ones today. I did not watch Sweden, France. I kind of just followed along. So I don't have a ton to say about that one, but yeah, anyway, what a time. Here we are. Okay. I'm like, y'all usually ask some questions by now. So that's fine. I can just keep yapping and we'll see what happens here. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Christian and Daswi, for coming through for me. Do you think this is our best lineup for this camp? I think this is what Emma perceives to be her best lineup for this camp. Do you think Moultrie has enough speed to be on the wing? I do, actually. But I think that Moultrie on the wing is a little more it's exciting because she just, she inverts well and when she's supposed to, and she finds ways to take the space. You don't have to be, if you're on the wing, I think if you're playing at a wing back or an outside back, whatever term you want to use, I think those players have to be very fast. I think it can be advantageous to play on the wing and have speed. But I do think up top, the way that we're seeing the 4-3-3 deployed, you don't necessarily have to be super fast. I think it can help, but you don't have to be. What do you think of the Rob Gale news? I'm confused. I don't disagree that I found him as a coach uninspiring, but I was like, why are you firing him? Who are you getting? Because to me, you only do that if you have somebody already lined up that you're excited about. And I look at the coaching market right now of who's available, and I don't see anybody that I would be amped about that you could get. So, do you see Dunn coming back into the mix? Is she getting minutes at PSG? Last I checked, she wasn't. So if she's not getting minutes at PSG, I don't see this changing. You have to be playing at club. Is Kat our only option at the 9 currently? In this camp, kinda, yeah. Let's see. I hope we get to see Shaw and Lavelle together for the national team too. Oh, you will. I think that I think you might not this camp because I think Emma knows what that looks like, right? So Bloomer over Silkowitz. Yeah, I can see why you have that opinion. I think Silkowitz has been strong. I think Bloomer's been strong. But I don't think either of them. I mean, I think Andy McGlynn's on her way out of this pool, honestly. So we'll see. So maybe one of them gets in. Thoughts about Arsenal-Chelsea Sunday? Listen, as an Arsenal fan right now, the men they look good. They look good. I'm thriving. It's great. So let's see. I love Gotham for Shaw so much. It's been a really great change for her. Because it was a bummer. What was happening to her at San Diego was a bummer, and then what was happening at North Carolina when she went there, and you're going, well, how are they going to make that work with Ashley Sanchez? And they couldn't. So I'm glad to see her have a resurgence. Is Howell going to be on the team long term? I am very surprised she got called in. I'm pleasant surprise. I like her a lot. So I don't know. I think if she gets any minutes in these two friendlies, if she can get a start on Monday and, really take that moment, I think you could see her in camp more. But, if she doesn't get minutes, if this is an Emily Sam situation, I don't expect to see her get called in the next camp. I think she was on the bubble. Why wasn't Flint called in? Good question. I think Flint's had a great season. But, we're starting to see some more depth at the 6 and the 8, which is good. And Claire Hutton has really Claire Hutton came in and played very well and is now like pretty much cemented on this roster for me. So once that's happened, it's like, who are you edging out? It's really about, injuries and stuff. So because it's not going to be Johannes. Heaps for me is not a 6 or an 8, but sometimes she gets asked to do that, and I don't think you're getting rid of Heaps either. So why was Setnor dropped to the 23s? I do think it's a little bit of what we saw with Jaden Shaw. I think it's kind of the same deal where Setnor has not been as strong for Kansas City as she was for Utah. She's been very strong with U.S. Women's National Team, though. Hasn't had a bad camp for me. But I think it was more about seeing her in a role where she's maybe the leader and seeing what that gives her in terms of building her confidence up. And she scored today in the 5th minute against Slovakia. So, I think it's been going well. Let's see. Love Jalen Howell, Coffee, and Sutton are 6s. And I don't know that we need 3. Agreed. Yeah. What I think about the Trinity situation, I'm entertained. I'm wildly entertained. And I think we're going to learn a lot about this league and what direction they want to go as a result. Because there's only one player that, in my eyes, can force this issue, and it's Trinity Rodman. And she's forcing the issue. So really one of 3 things is going to happen here. One, we're going to get some kind of a cap exception, like a designated player thing like the MLS has. And I think that's probably the most likely option, is that there's some kind of rule like that gets negotiated. 2, the abolishment of the cap. I don't see that happening because I don't think the league will ever agree to have the cap abolished. Or 3, she's going to go to Europe. So that's what we're looking at. Still waiting for Sharples or Gattino or literally any other tall center back. Dude, okay. So, Kristen, did you look at the... for everybody, but Kristen enjoying the tall people thing. We got to talk about this. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I forget what goalkeeper they started today, but... she's not even, close to the tallest person in the back row. Gattino towers over her, everybody else. So it's it's not just tall center backs. Stop it with the short goalkeepers. Please. I don't want to see any 5'6" goalkeepers. If you're 5'6" watching this video and aspire to be a goalkeeper, please find a different position. Please. This is not, I don't want to see it. I don't like it. So anyway, but yeah, we need tall center backs too. Stop putting these short players at these tall people positions. Please. It's driving me insane. And you can name for me starting rosters or exceptions, but yeah, they're always going to exist. But stop doing it as a general rule, please. Height deficient backlines and goalkeepers. Why? Claudia over Mandy for me, absolutely, absolutely. Mandy did not have a great back half of the season here, so that's been the issue. Okay, no, there were some questions I missed. Striker and goalkeeper. You can, great. Yeah, I would like to see. We need some tall people. This team is getting smaller. What happened to the tall ladies? Please. I don't get why we're starting Foxy when she's already cemented for Emma. So I think that is less about Fox and more about continuing to figure out this left back situation. And if you keep testing these left backs that you're trying to bring in and figure out who's starting there, because it's not going to be done right now because Dunn isn't playing at club. You want to, if you're playing a left back with an entirely new backline and it's not a backline that's worked together, that's hard. And it's not really a fair trial for what you're going to expect. So letting somebody play left back who you're feeling good about, and I do think Lily Real at this point is very close to being the starter if she isn't already, as evidenced by what we're seeing here, right? She should get to play with the main backline and see how that goes. And that includes the right back in Emily Fox. So let's see. Early loss of Sam Hughes is still heartbreaking. Our tall queen, best 8 this program's ever had, and was tall. Yeah, awful. Still surprised at how many of the young ones are short. They're all so short. Oh, hello to my friend Caitlin sending me roses. Thank you for that. Let's see, subs for the day. I'd like to see Howell get some minutes. I'd like to see Jalen Howell get some minutes. I'd like to see Jaden Shaw get some minutes. Yeah. I think just give me Gotham, I guess. So let's see. I really can't see Real doing well against very good tough opponents like England or Germany, etc. I don't know, man. She's she should be able to do this. I just think she's truly a center back. So I don't know. I don't know what you do with that. Is Labonta dropped? I think so. Yeah. They called Howell in this time and not her, so I think that tells you what's going on with the depth chart. Gotham is the best thing to happen to Shaw. Agreed. I would have liked to see Shapansky here. Shapansky was getting time with the U23s, but she didn't this time, right? Did she age out? I can't remember on that, but Shapansky's been very strong. The midfield, listen, just getting even on the radar of this roster is so challenging. So let's see. Was sad when Shaw had that depressing spell and can't wait to see her again now that she's back. She's been fantastic, and it's just so crazy what different environments do to different players, right? Like, because we've all known how talented she is, and yeah, now we're seeing it. So again, how was Torn today? I did not really watch. I kind of just followed. So I know listen, Black Friday, we play paddle on the Friday after Thanksgiving with my family. So I was doing that, and then I kind of followed along at lunch. But is Heaps losing her position based on last camp, this camp? I don't think she's starting, but I think she's going to be on this roster. Thoughts on Arisha Littlejohn? Oh my god, I didn't know she could do that. If y'all haven't seen it, she just it's a headlock and it's like WWE or wrestling stuff, gnarly. But yeah, that should be can't do that. I can't think of any possible justification for that. So I just want Croy. I'd love to see Croy in here as well. When do we think we see Wilson return? I don't know. Summer, maybe. We'll see. Crazy that the U23s beat the senior team of Slovakia. Not crazy. I think our U23s would beat a lot of senior teams. So, justice for Jenna Neiswanger. She can't defend, guys. She can't defend. Like, Jenna Neiswanger, hell of an attacking left back, but not like she can't defend. You need to be able to defend. Is the game on Peacock? It's on TNT. I believe it's on Peacock in Spanish, or maybe it's on HBO in Spanish. Listen, y'all. I used to say where it is. If you go look at the graphic on the video I did, it'll tell you. But they broadcast this game so many different places. I don't know anymore. It was only 1-0 for the U23 game. So yeah, HBO has got it on the streaming. So there is a January camp, and there will be a January game. The European players, I don't believe, come back for it because it's not. I don't think it's like a recognized international window, if I recall. So, but there's a friendly for U.S. Women's National Team against Paraguay. Do you think we should be playing more games overseas instead of playing in the U.S. all the time? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think it's good to get that environment, and if that's where you have to go to play those teams, sure. But I think Nations League has made this so hard. I don't. For me, it's a no-brainer, or not a no-brainer. Sorry, it's just not a. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not as caught up on that dynamic as I think other people are. Plus, when we play here, we do sell tickets, but we also make sure to get the money to some of the other teams, which I think is helpful. So it just depends on who we'd be playing. When do qualification matches for the World Cup start? I have not actually looked, but it is next year. So I would have to. I would guess. Oh, I don't know. I'll look. We'll talk about it at halftime. I'll look then, or somebody else will pop in the chat here and let us know. Do you think we see Joseph? Not this game. I expect we'll see Joseph next game, but that'll be fun. She's always fun. So yeah, give me the new kids, or not new kids. I guess like returning kids too. Give me that lineup next game. That'll be fun. I bet you get them with Heaps. I bet you get next. Watch me here. Okay, I think next game you're gonna get the Jalen Howell, Craig Bethune, and Lindsay Heaps midfield with Denise Joseph. Okay, players are walking out. I hope not. That's a nightmare debut for Jalen Howell. Not debut, but like return. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, I don't stay live during the match if you're new here. Follow if you like this, or throw it a like or whatever. I'll be back at halftime and we'll talk about it then. And your reminder, I'm on YouTube. There's actually nobody on the YouTube live one, so I guess it's just you all. Anyway, I'll see you at halftime. Let's fucking go. All right, and YouTube. Anybody watching this back later?